I can't believe it's like past 10 o'clock right now. And I really did not want this setup. Like, I wanted to just have a setup like this. Um, but for some reason, I can't find my like camera holder thing that goes with the tripod because I'm doing it on my phone. I could also do it with my camera, but I just feel like this phone captures the lighting better. So I feel like for my other camera, the quality is good. It's it's really good, but for some reason I feel like the lighting isn't great on it, and I gotta figure that out. Maybe it's just anyway. Hello, this was not part of the plan to have it set up like this, and for me to not do it this late. But we do what we gotta do. Uh, the purpose of this video was to really share why this summer has been like a wake up call. It's been a summer that has really awakened something in me, and I'm forever changed. And to share some reflections. Yeah, so, was it July? Yeah, July. I moved. I moved to a different neighborhood in Chicago. I moved from the south side to the north side, and that's a big deal. Like when you move neighborhoods, it's like moving cities. Like it's like people want to know where you're moving to. Oh, where are you moving to? And it's like a big deal. The neighborhoods in Chicago, they have like their own culture. They have their own vibe. And me moving from Hyde Park to Rogers Park, it's that's a yeah, that is a big move. It is a big move. It's quite a bit of distance. It's a long distance from Hyde Park. Rogers Park is the most northern neighborhood in Chicago. Hyde Park is not the most south, not the most southest. You know what I'm saying? It's not in the most sort. It's not in the most southern part of Chicago. Um, but it is part of the South Side, and it was a neighborhood that I lived in for 5 years, and I loved it. I I really like being Hyde Park. It's my sort of neighborhood. I had all that I needed within walking distance. Like it was like it wasn't like it. Yeah. It really felt like home instantly. It was an answer prayer, and I do think that I needed to try something different, not move out of Hyde Park permanently. Like I think I'm going to be back in Hyde Park. Like I just it just feels more like home there. And although I've only been in Rogers Park for like 2 months, I like it. I get good vibes from here. It's a cool neighborhood. It's by the lake too, but it's not. Something missing. Something is missing. So yeah, that was a big thing that happened in July, and it was chaotic. It was really challenging. It was exhausting. Thankfully, I had help from my partner and my brother and my friends. That was really great. But there was a lot to do. There was a lot to do. And I had to deal with past roommates' furniture and do a lot of coordination around things. But I think it went as smooth as it could have been, and I really thank God for that, because I don't think I could handle anything else. And having my brother and my partner like really help with the heavy stuff, and move most of my things, a lot of my things. Whew, godsend, so much gratitude. Oh my gosh. I'm like, how did I accumulate this stuff? How did I accumulate all this stuff? And I still don't even think I have that much stuff. I just was overwhelmed by it, and I really want to downsize, but that takes work. It just was a lot of work. But it made me realize that, like, ugh, you got stuff you gotta get rid of. Like, why did you keep these things for so long? Like, do you, like, does minimalism need to be your new thing now? Like, is that the type of lifestyle that you really need to consider? Because that, dealing with all these stuff, like, just even when you don't have as much as some other people do, like, you're not really a shopaholic, you're not really into overconsumption, you really try not to impulse buy, even though, we're all guilty of that. But yeah, I already knew that I was a bit of a hoarder, but it just really, like, it really became evident to me that being a bit of a hoarder and having these tendencies is not really doing me any favors. It's it's weighing me down a bit. It's weighing me down a bit. And something got to change. Something got to change. But change is not going to happen overnight. So, yeah, I just started really considering becoming a minimalist and needing to, like, purge a lot of things and declutter. And I did throw some things away. Like, I was just like, no. But there were some things that I brought into my new place that I just wanted to make sure that I go through everything. And even now, I'm just like, I still, like, have stuff. I just need to throw things away because I know I'm not going to use this ever again. Even though it seems like, oh, a useful thing, I may use, like, once. And I'm just like, if it's like, if it's nails, I'm not going to use that all the time. So I'm going to keep those. But if, for hanging stuff, for home improvement stuff, I'm going to keep those. But if it's like, I don't know. What's an example? If it's like, if it's like a skincare product that I don't really use, but I may use once, just throw it away. Throw it away. Just, yeah, you don't need it. I can't really think of an example. But yeah, things like that where I'm not going to use often, but I always need, I'm going to keep those things. But there are things that I just need to really throw away because I don't use it. Clothes, I have so many clothes I haven't touched in a few years. And I'm just like waiting for when things get back into style. And I'm just like, girl, just give it away. So yeah, I just realized like how much stuff I hold on to and I just need to let go of. And I don't want to perpetuate any type of, like, environmental harmful type of, I don't know, yeah, like um those type of practices. Like, that's why I really try to be a mindful consumer, um because things just take up space and it just honestly doesn't benefit our environment. And I just want to be more mindful of that. Of course, I'm never going to be perfect. I'm not going to try to put too much pressure on myself to be the perfect, like, do-gooder. That's just not going to that's an unachievable goal, and I don't need to bear the burden and the weight of the world on my shoulders. No, it takes a collective. But I don't want to contribute to the harms of this world. I really don't. And although there are times where, although there are things that I can't really prevent from like contributing to, like I'm kind of forced to participate in the way of the world, really. Um, there are things that I can't do. Um, I can be a better community member, and so yeah. So I'm really I'm a lot of this stuff is gonna be gone, and and even more things will be gone after I fully declutter and get rid of stuff. Because I just want more of a minimal space. I'm not sure if I'm quite there being a minimalist. I still have some stuff. It's a lot. It's not too much. I'm not in excess. I'm not in excess. I would just feel so overwhelmed. But who knows? Maybe in 5 years. um, Another thing is that I really enjoy having my own space, but I don't like really being alone, like physically alone a lot. Um, yeah. Another thing, I physically don't like being alone. Like I don't like being alone a lot. Like I was very and still looking forward to having my own space and living in an apartment alone and solo, because like living with roommates and just like knowing that you wanted things in a particular way and it couldn't really be that way because you had two other people to consider, and just knowing that everything can go my way because it's my space. um, I was just really excited to get that finally. But then when I got here, my partner stayed with me and he made me feel very comfortable. Well, he helped make me feel very comfortable. I mean, I just didn't feel really alone. But when he left, I was like, oh, like I'm alone for real. No one is coming. I don't know this neighborhood. I don't know the neighbors. And I'm just alone. I also have two cats, but they don't talk much. You know, they like to keep to themselves. They definitely were like around, and they do fill up the space, and they make me feel less like I'm just here by myself. But I, s- I didn't really expect to struggle with that. So when my partner left, I slept on the couch. I did not feel comfortable. I just did not. I didn't feel secure. Um, I felt like, yeah, I just felt like, ooh, this is strange. This is unfamiliar. This is weird. And I don't feel cozy. Um, so yeah, I slept on that couch the first few days I was in this place by myself. And I was a bit surprised by that. Even when I made the decision, it was like 2 years ago, it's like, oh, I need to find an apartment and live by myself. I didn't think I would get to that point at all because I've just always had people, like a lot of people. I'm the oldest of five, so and we're close. My siblings were close in age, so I always had them around. I was always around my big family, and then going to college, I always had roommates, and then after college, I had roommates. So this, I've never experienced just being in a place by myself. And then, you know, when you're younger, you imagine that you will have been married in your early 20s, and then you would have kids, and so I never really knew anyone growing up who just lived alone. Like my aunts and uncles, friends of my parents, they all were either married or had kids. And so they never really lived alone, and I didn't really have examples of people living alone, and so it was very strange. But then when I, started getting older, and then the 90s babies and the younger millennials are now becoming like really grown adults, and now they're living alone. They're not getting married till in their later 20s or early 30s, or even like later in their 30s. So well, the younger millennials are not quite in their mid 30s yet, but some of us are actually. Yeah, so yeah, we're just getting married later. So a lot of us are, you know in situations where we're just living alone, because we want our lives and want our home life to be a certain way and want to be our sanctuary. Um, but yeah, no one really talks about like the discomfort that comes in that. And knowing that people are feeling more and more alone these days, more isolated, especially men, knowing that there's data and research and statistics around that, it just made me, honestly, it made me wonder, like, uh is that what's contributing to that? Is that part of it too? But I also know that having friendships, having people that you can depend on, who are there for you, that support you in any and everything, that definitely helps you not feel, um, not feel alone. And so I do have that. And so I don't feel like I'm totally alone. And I have slept on my bed, and I have felt better and felt more comfortable just being in my place alone. But just knowing that, yes, I have my partner, but we don't live together. And, I have friends. I mean, that's why I also lived in, like, decided to live in this neighborhood, because I knew it would be closer to some of my other friends on the north side too. Because I wouldn't have moved here if they weren't close by. Like, because I'm not trying to navigate this world and live this life by myself. Like, I need people. We need people. We need community. And so it just confirmed that for me even more, and just made me think about, like, if, I don't know, if there's a bit more that we can do to, like, make sure that we're more communal, even though we may not, like, live together. Because I do think that I have a bit more of a craving to connect to my friends more and figure out that balance, because I do like having time to myself. But, like, we're not meant to be alone. Like, that's just not, it's not really within our nature. Like, if we're isolating ourselves, if we're not with people, like, in close relationship with people, like, we're we're not we're not really giving us the thing that we need. We need people. We need that intimacy, that community. And that, yeah, that's just made it more important to me. And I I'm still, like, trying to think through that a bit, because I just didn't think that it would come up for me, because I always knew that, but I even think it's even more important to think about how we can connect more, because I think I find myself bored more, and I have done, like, more unhealthy things the past few weeks. Oh my gosh, because I'm just by myself a lot more, and I'm feeling it more, and I'm aware of it more, so I kind of want to, like, cope with it a bit more. And I didn't think I would ever be in that, like feel that and go through that. Um, and so I'm just thinking about how I can be with people, and it doesn't even have to be my friends. Um, but I do think I do think I need to be with my friends more. And I also think I need, like, hobbies. I need hobbies. Uh, and it's making me wanna really take my wellness seriously. I've been on my phone more. Oh my gosh. And it's like, yeah, when I'm doing things, I'm, like, doing things alone. I'm just like, I don't want to do all of this alone. Like, I really don't. Like, that's also increased my desire to do things with people. So I want to get in the gym. I want to do group fitness classes. I want to really get into hobbies and do it with other people, or include and involve other people. So hobbies are things that I'm going to be doing more uh, in the new months and beyond. I went to this cycling class at a gym that I have a membership at, and it was so great. I was just like, yeah, more of this, please. Like group fitness classes. Before I moved here, I started doing like African dance classes. I'm trying to figure out like how I go back to the South Side to be with those people and that space again, because I really loved the group that was hosting it. There were two different groups that hosted it on the South Side. But I may need to like figure out how I can try the North Side one. It's with like an organization, and you have to buy like the 8 classes in advance. I just don't want to do that. And there's classes that are free, like I think it's once a month on the South Side, and then there's the other group where you can pay for each class. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I very much want to like be in more group settings and really do hobbies that include other people. So I didn't expect to have more of a craving of that. Um, and I'm excited about it. Uh, I think yeah, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. The last thing I will say is, yeah, the last thing I will say is I am capable of so much. I am much stronger and much more capable than I ever thought I could be. The job that I'm currently in has been kicking my butt. It's just been pretty hard for the last like year and a half, and it just it just hasn't eased up. And I feel like I have gotten things progressively more on my plate, and yet because I've just been like incrementally taking more and more, I guess my capacity to do it has grown too. But I'm getting exhausted. So although I believe that I have worked the hardest that I've ever worked at a job and really pushed myself, and I've really overcome challenges, and I'm so damn proud of myself. Like, yeah, I did that. And people may not see it. People may see, oh, she made these mistakes. And trust me, I'm very critical of myself. So you may have saw those mistakes. I saw those mistakes in myself first and was very critical and very hard on myself. Like I think I am my worst critic. I'm hard on myself, but uh, thankfully I really thought about all the things I have done in this job at this organization, and like have been given like some really challenging situations. Like there have been hard things that have been inflicted onto me. I've been able to like maintain a pretty good attitude, still like show up to work. There were times where I did let myself down. I wasn't perfect. I didn't always do the best job, but I did it. You know? I did it, and I'm still doing it, and I'm getting better, and I'm also learning a lot. Like I expect myself to just like get it the first time, to just know immediately what to do, because I see some people like come up with solutions much faster than I am. I'm a slow processor, and I just need to embrace that. It takes me time to really figure out what is best. I like to process and discuss and brainstorm with people out loud. That helps me also. I'm not like, I can't go fast and just come up with a solution and anticipate so many things when it's new to me. And I have to remind myself, like, this is new to you and you're doing a really great job. So like, chill, girl, chill. You're doing good. You're doing good. And you're gonna keep doing better. And when you go to the next thing, you're going to be incredible. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be brilliant. And you're already tapping into that now. So I'm just really proud of myself. I am I'm learning a lot. I'm just soaking it in. I'm really trying to uh I guess, yeah, reflect on what I've learned. Really take the lessons and apply it to other things, to the next thing that happens and come up. Um and wow, like, I'm capable of so much, and I'm not even at my highest point yet. Like, I'm not peaked. And I'm just looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that. Like, it's, yeah, it's really, it really feels good to know that I'm on the precipice and things are clicking, and I am like a good supervisor. I am very good at making sure that the people I supervise feel supported, and I give them what they need, and I am able to figure out new systems and create things from scratch, and like work with other people well, and like we figure it out together. I'm a team player, and I I'm getting more and more confident. I'm not going to always be confident because it's also something that's very new to me, and I just need to be okay, and that I don't really have anything to prove to these people. Like, if you count me out, that's on you, because wow, like you're missing out on what I have to offer, on the power that I have, and the gift that I have, the skill that I have, and like, it's sad that you can't see that, so that's on you if you can't see it within me. Wow, yeah, because y'all, I was struggling, and I'm so glad that I have, and there are times where it's just, I am going to be hard on myself, but I really want to hold on to that. And I'm glad that I've come to that mentality and have that mindset, because, whew, yeah, my confidence has been shaken, and I feel like I had to prove myself and be something that I'm not, like, have different, like, version of myself, persona, and do things a certain way, and I don't need to do that. And it doesn't, and it's like I'm forcing something, and it doesn't really land anywhere. um like, I am more reserved, I am slow to process things, and I need time to figure it out. um yeah, and that's okay. And I'm more reserved, and I'm not the loudest in the room, and I have a different approach to addressing problems and issues. But I'm really good at doing me. I'm really good at my strengths. Like, I have strengths, and I'm not like everyone else. And I'm great. I am amazing. So I have nothing to prove to anybody. And I'm doing this work because I'm passionate about it, because I want to really do work that helps people who are incarcerated. That's like, I'm doing this work for them. Like, I wanted to do work that positively impacted the lives of incarcerated people, and I'm a part of that. And wow, I wish I could do more. There are things where I'm just like, oh, we could do more, we could do better. And I think that will always be there. But, you know, the fact that I'm able to do that, and knowing that it is my passion, it just helps me keep coming back, because, y'all, to keep showing up, to to still be engaged in this work, because it's hard. It is hard. It's brutal. But I really like doing this work. I also have other interests too, though. I even though it's my passion, I'm starting to get um like different interests and really get into that, and I'm excited to like really explore those interests and get to like other lanes a bit in the coming months. um yeah, so that's why I said what I said, and I cannot believe this video is 30 minutes. Wow, 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 wow. Anyway, okay, so whew, I feel really good that I filmed this. Wow, I did not think I would have a smile on my face. You see the smile on my face? I feel so good. I feel so good. Wow. And yeah, this summer was wild. It went by fast. I cannot believe this summer has come to the end. I cannot believe this summer has come to an end. Wow. But I'm grateful for the summer. The summer was hard. It didn't feel as freeing or relaxing as I would have liked. I did travel. I learned a lot from being with my family about myself too, and I could be also changed by that, but I didn't really want to go into that. I think I want to like do a TikTok video on that, but summer is ending, so maybe at some other time. This video has gotten long, but yeah, the things that I realized that I still got work to do when it comes to really being loving and healing with my family. Um, you know, family's hard, y'all know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share, and I definitely want to say that what's coming in this channel is a lot of my wellness journey, a lot of things that I'm trying and wanting to grow in. So that's coming. And I want to do vlogs, but I want to do them in a, yeah, I'm just not sure how I would do them. I sort of feel like vlogs aren't really something I want to like put on YouTube if I'm not traveling. Sometimes I put out vlogs because I really enjoy doing them, and I love to do the editing and like play around with that and like learn and grow in that. But now I'm just feeling like if there's not any purpose behind it, why put it out there? I just want my content, I want the videos that I put out there to really help people, to really inspire people. And so yeah, I just want them to not just be me just showing what I'm doing day to day. Like there's not really any, like there's not much to inspire to help in my day to day. Like it could be something that like it could be a topic that I'm focusing on. Like I feel like there just needs to be more to it. So there might be a vlog if I'm really feeling that there's a lot of purpose and meaning and intent with it. But it will probably be more reflection videos, what I'm learning. That I think that's the thing that I'm like really wanting to do, and I've come to that plan like a week, like very recently, like a week ago. I was like, this, yeah, I feel like this is really good. So but I do think that vlogs still may come, especially if it includes my friends and my family and me just doing fun things, because I think it really inspires people to just like really really live life, and I think we should do more of that. And I do think that helps us like care for ourselves and for each other, like when we're really connecting with people and really investing in our relationships. So, and that's what I'm all about. I want people to see that I'm not just focused on me, and that it's I'm not just trying to like live my best life, even though I do want to do that. I don't want to center myself. Um, Maybe we can think about how we can, just do a little bit more that impacts everybody in society. Um, that's all. That's all. Uh, like, can we be more generous to neighbors, to people we don't know that well? That type of thing. I also want people to feel inspired by my content to be a better person to others as well, and to understand that we're all connected in this world. And so there are things that we can do to really contribute to the betterment of everybody. Yeah. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.